In early October, the Russian army began its counter-offensive in the Kursk region with the goal of driving the Ukrainian armed forces out of Russian territory by the end of 2024. Incredibly, the outgunned Ukrainian brigades in Kursk are not only holding out, they managed to organize a counterattack. Forbes reports tanks from at least 3 units of the Ukrainian armed forces advanced on the southern outskirts of Daryino. Most likely, the fighters from the 21st Brigade threw one of their Leopard 2A6 tanks into the battle. They were joined by T-64 and T-72 tanks from the 17th Mechanized Brigade. One of the enemy drones attacked a Leopard 2A6. Soldiers from the 80th Brigade managed to destroy 2 enemy BMD armored vehicles at once, which could have belonged to the 83rd Airborne Brigade. Ignoring the serious losses, Putin sends assault groups one after another along the road through Green Way. The water barriers between Daryino and Zeleny Shliak limit the enemy's maneuvering space. If the Ukrainians can hold Daryino, they can close off secondary attack routes from the attacking enemy and then direct them into the kill zone around Zeleny Shliak. Daryino lies along the right flank of the Russian force, a quarter of airborne and marine regiments and brigades sustaining the main thrust of the Russian offensive in Kursk. Shrugging off serious losses, the Russians have been sending assault group after assault group along the road through Zeleny Shliak, 4 miles north of Daryino. Water obstacles stretching between Daryino and Zeleny Shliak limit the Russian space for maneuver. If the Ukrainians can hold Daryino, they could close off secondary assault lanes for the attacking Russians and further channel them into the kill zone around Zeleny Shliak. Experts say that the main thing is not to overestimate the success of the Ukrainian armed forces in the counterattack in the Daryino area. It is possible that the Ukrainian forces advanced only a few meters and did not consolidate their new positions. However, the main advantage is that the Ukrainian armed forces are not only defending but also counterattacking. By going on the offensive, albeit briefly and on a small scale, Ukrainian forces have thrown down another challenge to Putin's army.
Ukrainian forces recently advanced in the main Ukrainian salient in Kursk Oblast amid continued fighting in the area on December 3, reports the U.S. Institute for the Study of War. Geolocated footage published on December 2 indicates that Ukrainian forces recently advanced in southern Daryino, southeast of Koronivo. Russian millbloggers claim that Russian forces advanced in Novoivanovka, southeast of Koronivo and near Malaya Lokhnya, north of Sudza. ISW has not observed confirmation of these claims, however. Russian sources claim that Ukrainian forces unsuccessfully counterattacked near Daryino, Nikolaevo-Daryino, southeast of Koronivo, Novoivanovka, and Pogrebki, northwest of Sudza. The commander of a Ukrainian unit operating in Kursk Oblast reported on December 3 that Russian forces are struggling to supply frontline units, transport armored vehicles to the frontline, and accumulate forces for large-scale attacks due to poor logistical support. Elements of the Russian 106th Airborne Division are reportedly operating in Kursk Oblast, and elements of the Chechen, Bakhmut, Spetsnaz are reportedly operating in the Sudza direction.